This is a slight diversion from the Windsor Chair project. I'm starting on a Sheraton desk in the shop and would like to show how to manage the complex fluted leg in SketchUp. This desk has a hinged front that lowers for the writing surface. The legs are fitted with brass casters, fluted and tapered columns, and a square inlaid section at the top. I scanned the drawing from Solomonsky's masterpieces of furniture and traced over the shape of the legs. I'll make a copy of that shape and slide it over to the right. I want to get rid of the red style I use for scans and change back to my standard scene style. Also, I check to make sure I'm in perspective camera mode. This is just a flat surface or faces, and several procedures are necessary to turn this into the 3D leg. First, I'm going to make a scene called leg. There are two portions of this leg that are turned, so I need a path for the follow me. Use the circle tool, then select the path and pick the follow me. Edit the group and click on the face. There's an area above that is also turned, so I'll go through the same process again, selecting the path, moving up to the turned section, right-clicking, editing, and clicking. The upper square section can now be filled out. The square dimension is 1 3/8 inches. And this face is in the center, so I'll just draw it out half the thickness on both sides of the center. I'll tap the Control key to force the face to come out. First, this lower part that has an inlay maple piece in it, and then bring it out 11/16 from this backside as well. This causes some extra lines that I'll just knock out with the eraser. I don't have an inlay in this area, so those are erased. The inlay will be there on the front face and then on the back, on the side face as well. Now to work the fluted midsection column, and I'll start by placing some guidelines to mark out the exact length of the fluted tapered section. So that's the bottom extent of the column. Here's the top. And I'm going to draw a center line between the guidelines. on the blue axis. I've traced over the cross-sectional shape of the leg, that is at the top part of the leg, and we'll grab a copy from the scanned image. Here's the scanned, or the traced over shape, 1/4 section. Move a copy over to our leg scene and kind of temporarily place it near the end of the center line. It needs to be rotated 90 degrees. And I'll connect the center to the tip of the center line. This is a 1/4 section, and I'll use the rotate tool with the control key to copy. There's one copy placed 90 degrees. Then I can type X3, and that fills out the rest of the profile of the flutes. I don't want 4 separate groups here, so I'm going to select and then explode and make this one group. Oops. Edit the group, then delete. Knock out the extra lines. Now I can use the push-pull tool to complete the column length. Of course, without tapering, because the push-pull is not going to do any tapering at all. But to get the length here, I need to see the end of the center line, and I'll just change to X-ray so I can see the end and click on that. There it is. By Solomonski's drawing, I know that the bottom diameter of the tapered fluted section is 7/8 inches. And that's at the bottom. It will help to actually view the bottom of the column. And to do that, I can go to up here and tap on camera and standard views and pick bottom. I'm still in perspective mode, and I'd like to change to parallel mode. Or actually, I don't have to do that. I want to draw a circle representing the 7/8 diameter at the bottom. So I'll just draw 7/16 inch radius here. And that's not a part of the group. I don't want it a part of the group to do the following procedure with I'm going to edit the group, and I'm going to use the scale tool. I'm going to select just the bottom portion of the column and then go back to my bottom view. This time I think I need parallel projection. That will make it more accurate. Then I'll pick the scale tool and hold down the control key or option key, and then squeeze it down and watch for a fit with the circle that we drew, and that's about it. Change back to perspective mode and rotate around, or there's a tapered fluted column, and I'll click on the leg scene to bring it back. And we can now move the column into the rest of the leg. Select the whole fluted column, then use the move copy tool, pick the center point and bring it over to the leg. And again, let's use X-ray so I can see where to click the center on the leg section. There it is. Delete the extra graphics we don't need anymore. And about all that's needed now is to put the inlay on the front and side faces, and to put the mortise in. I'm making it a component at this stage called leg. This will be fun to do in the shop.